Hello, friends. Welcome back for another reading. Today we are asking, how is your love life going to unfold? We're gonna do 4 piles today. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So take a moment and tune into yourself, your inner knowing, your inner guidance, to see which pile speaks to you today. And it could be more than one, so be open to whatever nudges you get today. And I also got a little message when I was in the car earlier today about this reading, and I'm just gonna read exactly what I scribbled down on the paper here. So this is just a reminder that this is a general reading. Everything might not apply to your life. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Use your discernment with any tarot reader or spiritual teacher out there. You know yourself and you know what's true for you. So that was a message I think was meant to reach someone today. And if you need more time to choose your pile, you can pause the video right here. I will put the timestamps to each and every one of the readings or the piles in the description box below. I'll see you in your reading. Okay, pile number 1. If you chose the first card, then this is going to be your reading, where we ask, how is your love life going to unfold? I have no idea where these readings are going to take us today, but we're just gonna go with it and see what comes up. And like I said in the introduction, whenever you're watching a reading, or whenever you're listening to a spiritual teacher or someone, talking about your life or your beliefs or what you should or should not do, it's always really important to use your own discernment and feel what feels right for you. And, in tarot readings, I will never bring out something that's not for your highest and best good. So, if you ever find yourself in a reading with someone, or, even in my readings where you feel just really uneasy, like something just doesn't feel right, or, it doesn't speak to you in a right way, something feels off, then, I recommend just turning it off and taking a break or going somewhere else. Because to me, tarot readings are supposed to be uplifting. They're supposed to be encouraging. They're supposed to be rooted in love. And that doesn't mean that sometimes, like, maybe some uncomfortable things will show up in the reading. But it's never supposed to scare you. It's never supposed to make you doubt yourself, or just like leave with like a bad feeling. Whenever something comes up that might feel slightly uncomfortable, it is supposed to be like to help and guide you towards something better. And I always say, like, anything that comes up that's true for you, you deep down, like, somewhere actually know. So, like, even if you hear a message that feels uncomfortable, like, you deep down know that is actually true for you. It might just be hard to look at. But if it doesn't resonate at all with you, like I said in the beginning here, then go somewhere else, because tarot is not supposed to scare you or make you doubt yourself in a negative way. So anyway, we're gonna jump into your reading, and today we're talking about your love life. And I do feel like we're gonna start with the Rider Tarot deck. If you've been watching my other videos, you've seen me use this deck like every time, but I really like this deck, and I really feel like it speaks very clearly to me and through me. So we're gonna use it today again. So how is your love life going to unfold? Okay, we have 5 cards to begin with here. And your first card here says karmic relationship. Karmic relationship. So we're gonna see what your tarot cards has to say here. Okay, we have 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. We have a King of Wands. King of Wands. Okay, we have 6 of Cups. We have 2 of Pentacles right there. And we have 8 of Wands. Alrighty. Okay. So, what is happening in pile number 1's love life, and how is it going to unfold? I feel like for a lot of you, you have, if you aren't currently, you have been in a lot of karmic relationships, or you have found yourself in a lot of karmic relationships. And this could be, could be a romantic relationships, but it could also be, relationships with family and friends and people in general in your life that you find yourself with. I feel like one big reason why you chose to come back and incarnate during this time is to clear some of this karma and some of these things that you have been carrying through other lifetimes. So if you find yourself struggling within relationships, then I think it could definitely has to do with this this clearing or this cleansing that you intended for this lifetime. You see here we have 7 of Swords, and he is standing up here, sort of on like looks like hills, or like mountains, hills, and there's what looks like a big drop off here, and he is fighting some unseen, like people or situations that are not shown in this card. So whatever this is for you, I feel like you have been struggling in relationships, and it could be the relationship with yourself too, where this sort of shows up. And yeah, this is a general reading, so I was gonna say we're not gonna get maybe too deep into exactly what this like these karmic patterns and karma is related to, or like where it stems from. But I actually feel like we get some more clarity about pile number 1 and what this relationship karma is about, because I feel like that could be helpful for you too. Okay, as a confirmation, what is going on and why this is showing up in your current lifetime. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. It's getting a little crowded here. I need a bigger table. Okay. So we have Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. All right. Hopefully today's reading can bring some healing to you. It might be part of it. We also have see from a higher perspective. So whatever it is that you're going through, whatever struggle it is that you are finding yourself in, within your relationship, within relationships in your life, the universe wants you to look at this from a higher perspective. So, okay, we also have the eye there. We have Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gift. Yeah, so definitely whatever it is that you are clearing from your life, as far as past experience and maybe past karma that you have been carrying through lifetimes, you're supposed in this lifetime to transform this in order to be able to access your gifts in a much more profound way. We have the wolf here, a very fierce and strong animal, and also the eagle and the wings here. I feel like your gifts are your wings that are going to help you take flight. We also have the snake, about transformation and awakening through this. And I feel for some of you it has to do with lifetimes on other planets and other like dimensions too. Or I want to say densities, not dimension, but densities. And the moon unveiling, coming into light. Okay, very interesting. And we have, Star Ancestor. I got chills from this card. Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Beautiful. With this card, I definitely get that, like I was saying here, this feeling of other like planetary systems, other realities. And I think that's where you come from. I think that's where your soul originates from. And I think for a lot of you chose to come into this lifetime and like to come to this planet and this density to be able to clear, like I said, some of this karma, and to be in this duality which we experience on Earth, that is supposed to be a catalyst for you to grow, and for you to evolve as a soul, and clear away what doesn't belong to you. But I feel like you, pile number one, you are a very highly evolved soul. So I wouldn't be surprised if many of you are actually wanderers, that has been graduating from Earth, from this third dimension. But you have chosen to come back to continue to work on yourself, but mostly because you really have something that this world needs. You have gifts, and you have a higher perspective, probably from where you come from, and like your experiences and your knowledge that you bring into this lifetime, and then to this planet. And it can be really hard, especially if you're quote unquote like not from here, or if you feel like you you don't really belong here, which I think is the case for a lot of you. Relationships can be really hard, and forming those like healthy and grounded and good relationships when you feel like you don't belong. You might have a hard time like relating to other people. You might feel like other people don't really understand you or what you're about. So yeah, follow the voice of your soul. And I do think, like, you know, it says be open to healing information. So I do feel like a lot of, no, actually I want to change that. All of the information you need to heal is already within you. And I feel like Spirit is really emphasizing this. Like, you might feel really lost sometime. You have Two of Pentacles here, which, you know, talks about balance. And you might feel like it's hard to stay balanced and grounded. See the ocean in the background here, really big waves, these ships trying to navigate. So I feel like, yeah, Earth just feels like a very like hostile place for you a lot of the times. And this is showing up in your relationship too, where you feel like you might have a hard time balancing giving and receiving. You might feel or find yourself in relationships where you give a lot and you give of yourself, and you show a lot of love, but you don't really feel, you know, that in return, which can leave you feeling very lonely and very drained and very, sometimes I feel confused, because you might have a hard time building those relationships because you don't really understand, you know, from where you come from, like this, like I said, duality, because you are so loving and so pure in a lot of ways. Like, your soul is completely pure, but, you know, even in this lifetime, even with the veil of forgetting, you know, that we all getting close in when we come to this, you know, to Earth, to this lifetime, which is part of the learning, returning to self and remembering who we are. But yeah, I feel like you've been struggling a lot in your life, especially in relationships, and I hope this can be your confirmation, because I really want to tell you how wonderful of a spirit you are, how wonderful of a soul you are. You are very pure. You're very, highly evolved. You carry a lot of love and wisdom within you. So whenever life feels difficult, remember where you come from, and remember who you are, and remember all of these gifts that you have within you, and all you have to do is tap into that. And that sounds so easy, right? You know, all you have to do, but I'm not saying that's that's the case always, because we get so caught up in this duality and like all the struggles here on this planet, and we forget how to actually tune into ourselves and that wisdom. But once we start doing that, it's very easy. Like, once you're aligned with yourself and remember who you are, then it will get easier to access this information, because you slow down, you awaken. We have the snake here. You awaken that inner knowledge and that inner wisdom, and you open up your third eye, which is, where you can access the higher realms that we don't see with our physical eyes, and that we forget about coming into Earth, or coming to this planet. So I'm just gonna move these to the side so we can see what else we have here, because the question is, how is it going to unfold? So now we've kind of been talking about some of the struggles you have been facing in this lifetime. I'm gonna put this card right here, so we still have you here. There's been a lot of struggles in finding yourself, and maybe a lot of times difficult relationships. But if we look ahead, I feel what is waiting for you, pile number 1, once you get to know yourself more, once you understand that like the struggles you're facing have a purpose, you are here to awaken, you're here to tap into your inner self, like your inner knowing and what it is you came here to do. Once you do that, you're definitely awakening to a new reality where you feel more stable, more grounded. You see King of Wands, he has both his feet on the ground here, and he sits on what to me sort of looks like a cement block, like something very, very solid. And it also, I don't know if you see that here, but to me this kind of looks like moss, like it's something sort of like growing on here, and so it looks old to me, and I feel like that's a message for you too, like this foundation that you are going to find that's within you, like you are the foundation. You're an old soul, like this is stable, like this thing has not, I don't see one single crack in this foundation, although it's, looks like it's been there a long time. So this is you. You're like, your foundation is you. And from this, like a lot of new things are going to sprout. And I think, this is a relationship reading, or a love reading. So I think from this, you finding yourself, or you returning to yourself. Is going to, like, there are new relationships on the horizon for you that are going to sprout and grow from you being centered, from you being balanced, loving, supporting a relationship where you are seen for who you are, when you are appreciated for who you are, where there's reciprocity as far as giving and receiving. You feel like the love you give others are being returned to you, and that's how balance is being created, right? Because if you're in relationships where you feel like you're constantly giving and giving, but not getting anything in return, or where you feel like people are demanding a lot from you, but they're not able or willing to live up to these expectations themselves, so you're kind of left with crumbs, is what I feel. Then it becomes unbalanced. And this can, even though I feel like a lot of this doesn't really have to do with you per se, like it mostly has to do with other people. But we mirror ourselves in other people, right? So these relationships that you have found yourself in, and I definitely feel like a lot of this could be like family relationship and like friends, but also in romantic relationship, like we mirror one another. So the things that are being brought up in us and in you in this case, of feeling maybe abandoned, maybe misunderstood, maybe not loved in the way that you deserve, and that can really affect your way of viewing yourself, and like your self-esteem and self-worth. But that is something that's supposed to come up for you. So whatever happened in the past, whatever happened in the previous lifetimes, like we're not gonna get to deep into that. We could do another reading maybe where we ask more questions about previous lifetimes, but in this reading we're not going to go too deep into that. And I feel like it doesn't really matter, is what I hear. Like what matter is that you see these patterns, like you see these things that you're struggling with, and it doesn't really matter like where they stem from or what happened in the past. But what matters is that you now see them, and by seeing them, you're able to work on them. Like you're able to address these things that come up. And the way to do that is to feel it. And that can be super scary, it can be really uncomfortable to sit with these, heavy and sometimes very dark and difficult emotions, but in order to get to the other side, in order to be able to move forward, we need to face this. And that could be done through meditation, through just self-exploration is what I hear too. So books, like it could be spiritual books, it could be like self-help books that could be beneficial, or like could benefit you to do some reading maybe. But also, like, I really want to emphasize that it's important if you feel like you're struggling with things inside of you. It could be your self-esteem, your self-worth. If you're struggling in relationships, if you find yourself in relationships that are bad for you, that are hurtful, and where you have a hard time really maybe knowing how to navigate or how to get out of those situations, then I really want to stress the importance of finding someone that you can talk to, whether that is a friend or someone you trust, or if that's a professional, it could be like a counselor, or someone that can support you to navigate through this, because even though we can feel alone sometimes, because we feel so we feel so different, there are other people out there that feel just like you, that remember where they come from. They have this love, they have this compassion that they bring into this third dimension, and they're willing and they're able to help you and navigate through this. So definitely don't hesitate to reach out if you need help. There are people out there that really wants to support you. And through all this work that you do, there will be a forward movement. And you see here, like here you're struggling, like here you're fighting other people, like you're fighting your situation, you're fighting your circumstances. But here in Eight of Wands, like all of the wands are pointing in the same direction. And some are a little bit like more forward than other, like you see this one, and it looks a little shorter, like it's more in the back. And that's kind of what I hear for you too with your relationships. Like it's not about finding people that are like perfect or like have like everything figured out, but it's about finding people that are on the same journey. Like you might have come, like some of you might have come like further than others, but the intention like is pointed in the right direction, in the direction of like soul growth, of wanting to learn more about ourselves, about love, like wanting to share these experiences. So that is what I hear for you with your relationship. So that is what you should be looking out for and should be open to. And if it doesn't feel support, like if it doesn't feel like this, if it feels more like this, then that is your message to walk away from that if you can, or at least try to distance yourself. I know sometimes some of these relationships can be with family or people that we, maybe in a workplace, or like that we can't really like distance ourselves from right away. Then just find ways to cope with that, and maybe try to distance yourself as much as you can, especially energetically. So like don't let these people drain your energy and make you doubt yourself, and don't stay fighting these fights. Instead, focus on yourself and focus on these relationships that are going to show up in your life when you start this journey, where you feel like you get love back and you're able to give love. So I feel like you're reading in pile number 1. If you, like the title said, we're hoping to hear about, your love life specifically. I feel like this reading is more talking about your relationships in general. And I think that this could be like a love relationship for some of you. Like you might currently find yourself in a situation where there's a lot of struggle and where there's a lot of karma at the moment. yeah, I feel like the message for you about relationships in general, but also your love life, it's like once, if you're looking for someone, or if you're hoping to find that person for you that is going to be able to love you for who you are and support you and be on the same page as you, then it will happen through this inner journey, through this inner work that you're doing, and by releasing these relationships and these patterns that are not taking you to higher places, that are not bringing out the best version of yourself. And we should never blame ourselves for karmic relationships, for finding ourselves in them, because they do serve a purpose, like I said, a purpose of revealing these patterns, these beliefs that we have about ourselves that are not true, and that we need to let go of in order to access our higher calling and our higher wisdom. So never feel bad about finding yourself here, but do set the intention for yourself to move away from this, and beyond this lies, real loving relationships that are going to help you grow and move forward. So yeah, that's what I had for you, pile number 1. If you like this reading and would like more content like this, feel free to subscribe. You can leave a comment or a like if you would like to give some feedback, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. This is going to be your reading about how is your love life going to unfold. And right off the bat, I feel like your message is, like it says here, a message of peace, but to remain calm and to keep the faith is what I hear. Because I feel for a lot of you in this pile, there's some sort of waiting happening right like now. Like you find yourself in a sort of almost like a vacuum maybe, of just waiting for something, whatever that is for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, you might actually be single and like wanting to meet someone, and I feel the energy is almost like you're almost starting to lose faith. You're almost starting to this is this feeling of impatience. I feel like you might have been waiting for a very long time. You might have tried a lot of different things to find love, but there's this feeling of like constantly feeling like you get disappointed to the point where you're almost ready to give up, is what I hear for some of you. So this is a message of peace, a beautiful way to start this reading. But don't give up. There is someone out there for you that is worth the wait. So we'll see what else comes up in this reading, but that's the initial feeling I get from or for this pile. And for some of you, if you find yourself in a relationship, I think this waiting has to do with waiting maybe for the next step in the relationship. Maybe you're waiting for that proposal, or maybe you're really trying to get pregnant, like you're ready for a baby and it's not happening, or whatever this waiting is for you. This is a message of peace. Don't give up, don't lose hope. There's something on the horizon for you worth waiting for. So beautiful message for you, pile number 2, right from the start. Okay, we're gonna shuffle some more cards and see what comes out for you. And I'm gonna use the astral realms for you guys. I feel like at least one of these cards wants to come out for you. Okay. Ooh, resolve. This one actually fell out earlier when I was preparing your reading. So that's interesting. Resolve. Yeah, and this actually, to me, like at first glance, sort of looks a little bit like a uterus. That sounds maybe weird to say, but I think for some of you, what you're waiting for is is a baby, to expand your family. So this is a message of encouragement for whoever that resonates with. Okay, let's see. We are gonna pull some tarot card from the Gold Lyre tarot deck to see. Okay. See what else comes up for you, pile number 2. And yeah, like I've been saying, this is a general reading, so everything might not resonate with you, because you are all, everyone is on their different path. But we're gonna try to get the overall energy of what is happening here for pile number 2, whoever chose this card or this pile. I feel like there's a couple more that wants to come out. Okay, a lot of cards for you. Let's go with that. Okay. So how is pile number 2's love life going to unfold? And for pile number 2, it was talking a lot about relationships in general. So we'll see what comes up for you guys. Love comes in a lot of forms, and a lot of the times, like the situations where we find ourselves in, as far as our love life or of romantic relationships, are sort of a mirror or like a reflection of other relationships in our lives. Could be a relationship with our parents, with our siblings, with our background, where we come from, and sort of like the struggles that we find ourselves in when it comes to our love life. I feel like it's a message for you, like a lot of it might stem from like your childhood, the way you experienced and saw maybe your parents like interact with one another, or not interact with one another. So I feel like somehow that is important for you. Pile number 2. So we'll see what comes up here. King of Swords. We have 4 of Cups. It's waiting here. Or wishing. There's a wish. You have something that you're longing for, that something you wanna have fulfilled. We have 2 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. It's talking about balance. And this one came out in reverse, and like I always say, I don't always read cards in reverse, but this one wants to come out this way, so we're gonna roll with that. We have Ace of Pentacles. A lot of flowers here is what catching my attention. So there's definitely something about to bloom for you. Pile number 2. We have Knight of Cups. When I see this card, I always think about like the Trojan horse. And if you're not familiar with that story, something maybe you can look into. But I feel like, there's in that story, it's about like the enemies, sort of like being able to get into or behind enemy lines by hiding in a horse. But for you, I feel like it's not. This one is not talking about the enemies. This is talking about, I feel, or actually, I was gonna say that it doesn't talk about enemy, but the feeling I get from this card is, and I don't know if I want to use the word enemy, but they might actually be talking about, or give you heads up about being vigilant about who you let into your life, because there might be someone in your life currently or about to come into your life, that doesn't really have your best interest in mind, or might actually turn out to be something else than, something else from like what they told you. And this is once again the message from tarot are supposed to be uplifting. So I'm not here to scare you, or like I don't want to make you doubt yourself or be fearful. This is just just a heads up about something in your life that might currently be there or about to show up soon. The universe just wants you to keep an eye out for that and be vigilant, because like in your heart, like what's right for you. And if someone comes into your life, even if they might be super charming, they might be super like on paper loving and seem like stable and good, but if it doesn't feel right, like if something feels off, like if you're single and you go on a date and you meet someone and like they're so picture perfect, like like I said, on paper it should be so good, but like something really feels off, then the universe really wants you to be vigilant about that and follow your gut feeling. Because for a lot of you, you're waiting, like you really want to meet someone, and that can make you maybe rush it a little bit, is what I hear, because you really want this so bad. But the universe wants you to know to not rush this, to not settle for something doesn't feel like 100% right, because there is something else waiting to come into your life. Something that is about to bloom for you. And there's always second chances, so it's not to say like if you settle for the wrong person, or if you find yourself in a situation that didn't turn out the way you wanted to, it doesn't mean that this is not going to happen for you, but you will save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of like headache is what I hear, if you follow your gut feeling, because you're going to be telling yourself like, oh, I knew this. And I mean, we all find ourselves in situations like that where we're like, oh, I wish I'd followed my gut feeling, because here we are. But this is just a confirmation to listen to yourself. Okay, we have 3 of Pentacles. I feel like this card for you is talking about friendships. I feel like you have some really good friends around you that want to support you, and they might have some really good insight or some really like important things to share with you as far as this journey that you're on, whether that is you're single and you're looking for love or looking for someone, or if you're already in a relationship. I feel like your friends, your friends have an important role to play here. They have something they can share with you that is going to help you on this journey. So be open to that. Friends that you trust and friends that you feel comfortable with. We have Page of Wands. Okay. There's so many cards for you. Oh, we have Ace of Cups. So we have Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. There's something like really amazing that's supposed to. I wanted to say that's about to, but also supposed to enter your life. Beautiful. Pile number 2. So whether this is love or whether this is a new family member, or whatever this is for you, like something new, something you're waiting for, a proposal, a wedding, just maybe taking the next step in a relationship, moving in together, whatever that is for you, like something is on the horizon for you. Six of Pentacles and Two of Cups. We have Two of Cups and Two of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like what the universe wants you to know and pay attention to is the balance in your life, as far as, yeah, because I definitely feel get this like waiting energy from this pile. You're waiting for something, and that's that's totally understandable. Like when you have a dream, when you have a vision for yourself, or what you want in your life, like what you want to achieve, what you want to attract into your life. So this is not, I'm not saying that you're not allowed to like really want this, or that it's not like a struggle, because I do understand that it is really hard to wait and to find yourself in this, this vacuum sort of where you feel like you're trying really hard, but it doesn't really, like nothing's really moving, like nothing's really happening. But what the universe wants you to know is that there needs to be a balance, because in order for you to attract this, whatever this is for you, you need to not like focus solely on this, like this waiting, and like constantly tell yourself like, oh, this is not happening, I'm waiting, like what am I doing wrong? Because then you get stuck in that waiting energy. What you need to do is to continue to focus on yourself, and continue to water like your plants, like water yourself, like take care of yourself. And if you find yourself maybe just like almost like sitting at home just waiting for this to happen, or if you might feel like you're not inspired to actually go out and see your friends and like be out in society and do fun things, and maybe that's what this card is talking about too for you. But yeah, if you find yourself that you're just in this waiting period, like you might almost be a little like on the borderline of depression, is what I hear for some of you guys. And if you are, like if you feel like you have a lot of things that you're struggling with mentally and inside of yourself, I really want to stress the importance of going to talk to someone. I think I mentioned that in pile number 1 too, but we're not supposed to do this on our own. So if you find yourself battling maybe depression or anxiety or whatever that could be for you, then definitely make sure to reach out to someone. It could be a professional, like counselor or psychiatrist, or someone that can help you through that process. But yeah, what the universe wants you to do is to get out of this waiting energy that you're currently finding yourself in, and go out there, spend time with your friends, and take time for the things you enjoyed. And I say enjoyed, yeah, because I feel for some of you, like you might have lost that along the way. But yeah, take time for the things you enjoy, the things that make you you. Because I feel like by doing that, like this is going to be able to come into your life. When you're in this open state of joy and love and friendship, and when you vibrate on that frequency, that's when you're going to attract it. You see this bird flying in here towards the flowers here. Yeah, we need to vibrate. We need to be what it is that we want to attract. And yeah, a loving relationship is harmonious, it's joyful, it's full of love, it's inspiring, it is rewarding, it's, it brings peace, like all of those things. So in order to attract that, like we need to embody that ourselves. So yeah, even if you're struggling, even if it's really hard, try to do something every day that makes you feel happy. If that's a walk in nature, if that is calling a friend. I feel like, yeah, friends are really important here for you, pile number 2. So maybe your friends are trying to reach out to you, but you're not returning their phone calls, or you're taking a step back. Then maybe yeah, just text them back, like reach out. You're not supposed to be on your own. Move your body, exercise, whatever makes you feel good. And then this, whatever this you're waiting for is about to enter your life. Like, don't ever doubt it. I hope this video is a confirmation for you, and maybe save this video and, you know, come back to whenever you need confirmation, because I'm the same way. Like, I can hear something, you know, the universe can send me all these signs, but like I feel like sometimes it's just never enough when I find myself in this, you know, energy, because I'm so, like, it's so hard. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you need to watch this video like every day or multiple times a day just to get yourself through, then you do that. But you also put energy into yourself, like into your current, like the relationships you already have in your life. And yeah, just watch and trust that this balance is being restored in your life. Like, the universe is going to bring you someone, or, you know, whether this is a person, like a, you know, someone a romantic relationship you want to attract into your life, or like I said, if this is the next step in your relationship, or whatever this is, a child, yeah, the universe is going to bring it to you like a gift. You know, these feathers, they're falling, looks like they're falling from the sky here, and feathers are easy, like they're light, they're very light, they're falling down very gracefully. So I feel like this is not meant to be a struggle, like this is not meant to be hard. Like, attracting this into your life is going to be easy, but you have to make it easy for the universe by not resisting it, is what I hear. So be open to all good things to enter your life, and know that it is yours. Like, it's already yours. And it's already there, like it's already prepared for you. It just hasn't showed up in the physical yet, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't, you know, that it's not there, that it doesn't exist. So yeah, that's what I had for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading resonates with you, and if it does, please let me know in the comment section or through a like. And if you would like more readings like this, make sure to subscribe, because I will be posting multiple readings in the coming days. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next reading. Okay, pile number 3. If you chose this card, then this is going to be your reading. And today we're asking, how is your love life going to unfold? And your card says you. And yeah, just my first feeling around this pile is that you are your own most important relationship. So the relationship you have to yourself is the most important one. And I feel for some of you, you constantly battle yourself. I feel like there might be in this pile, there's just a sense of maybe like looking down on yourself, like maybe beating yourself up a little bit, like being very hard. I feel for someone in this reading, it might have to do with like an eating disorder, is what I hear. Yeah, for someone in this pile, but for the rest of you, yeah, just something about your relationship with yourself that is really important. But before we get too deep into this card alone, we want to see what else wants to show up for you. So we have, I'm gonna pull some cards from the Rider Tarot deck. Let's see what wants to come up for you. Pile number 3. What is happening in your love life? Okay. And how is it going to unfold? Okay. I'll start with these and see what's happening. Okay. So we have Four of Swords. We have Four of Wands. We have Two of Wands. And it's so interesting, like the energy in this pile. When I put these cards on the table, they showed up in reverse, but I felt like I'm not going to read them in reverse because I usually don't unless I really feel called to. But there was like a part of me that was like, no, they came in reverse. They should be in reverse. Like it can't be that good. And I feel like that's maybe a little bit of your reading, like you, or your energy. I mean, like good things really wants to show itself in your life. But I feel like you have a hard time believing that. Like you have a hard time accepting good things because maybe you feel like you don't deserve it somehow. So yeah, it's a really interesting energy in this pile. We're gonna continue to see what else comes up. And we have 8 of Pentacles. We have 7 of Pentacles. We have 5 of Wands. So yeah, I feel like this card should be here because I feel like this is talking about an inner struggle of yours. And our last card says Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, so there's definitely something you're currently struggling with as far as your inner world goes, pile number 2. And I think no matter if you are currently in a romantic relationship or if you are single, I think this is a general message for all of you. And if this doesn't resonate with you, if you don't like have no idea what I'm talking about, like maybe this pile is not for you, maybe you want to go back and see if you want to pick another pile, or if you want to come back to another reading. But I feel for a lot of you, this is actually what you're struggling with, and you might have a hard time admitting that to yourself because you might not even have been aware of that is what's happening. That you're actually blocking good things from entering into your life because because of this way you view yourself, that I think stems from childhood, from this feeling of not being enough, of not being allowed to speak up, of taking up space. Like maybe you grew up like always being told to like sit back or be quiet because maybe there were other people in your life, could be siblings, could be whatever that is for you, but other people needing or like getting all the attention, and you somehow just being supposed to like be quiet sort of in the background. Or maybe that's what you chose to do because that was felt like your only option. When it comes to dynamics in families and maybe school, we all play different roles, right? And sometimes we can feel like if there are people in our lives that demand or require a lot of attention, or like they have big personalities or big needs, big energies, we feel like we have to step back maybe because not everyone can be allowed to take up space. Like it's sort of like in a play, like on stage, like people take on different roles, and sometimes maybe you were forced to take on a role that you didn't really want to have, but it was sort of like the only role that was left, in your family. Like you had to be that responsible person because everyone else was like acting out or being immature or like fighting, or I feel like you might have been someone that has been going through a lot of sort of trials and a hardship in your life when it comes to that. But what these cards are talking about is that you are worth celebrating. Like there are really good things, if not already in your life, but that are about to come into your life. And this card is talking about celebration of there's 2 people here. So I feel like for a lot of you, if you're looking for someone, like if you aren't already in a relationship, someone is going to come into your life. And for some of you, that might mean, marriage eventually, or moving in together, or this solid relationship. And I feel what I hear for some of you, like if you're looking for someone, or you might already be in a relationship, but you don't really feel worthy of this person, because of what it is that you're struggling in within yourself. You might feel like, oh no, that's too good to be true. Like that's, or yeah, somehow I feel like there's almost a little like rejecting energy, even though I feel like for some of you, there's someone already in your life, like wanting to reach out to you, like wanting to be together with you, like wanting to show you their love. But yeah, your inner struggle might make it hard for you to open up to that, because you want to protect yourself, right? Because there's been a lot of struggles in your life. You've been struggling a lot with yourself, but I feel like for a lot of you, there's been a struggle maybe within your family, or within like your community, like where you come from. And this makes it hard for you to trust people. Because if we feel like we cannot trust ourselves, like how are we supposed to be able to trust someone else, right? But there's a lot of work that you're going to do, I feel, on yourself, or like in your life, when it comes to yourself, of loving yourself. What I hear is kind of like you're sleeping on it, like the person you're waiting for, like this breakthrough, or these good things in life that I feel like you, even if you're skeptical, like, and have a hard time believing it, you're still longing for it. And yeah, like it's already there, like it's you, like the person you're waiting for is you. And it's, it says it's here, you. So what is unfolding for you is this new path of working on yourself, working on your life, like putting in that energy, towards yourself, towards your life. And because I feel like for a lot of you, you haven't really been able to do that before. Maybe you had to take care of other people. Maybe other people's needs always came before yours. But now is the time for you to work on yourself and to work on the things you want to see in your life. Maybe if you're always giving away your money to like a family member because they're always short on money, even though you work really hard, so you find yourself like not being able to do the things you want to do because you never have the money, no matter how much time you put in, then the universe wants you to take a look at that. And it's not about not giving to other people. It's not about like being greedy and not like care about other people, but it's about like caring about yourself as well, right? And some people, they have a broken cup. Like you keep pouring into their cup, but it's like it's never full because it just keeps like pouring out through the hole. So yeah, the universe wants you to pour into your own life, to invest in yourself and the things you want to do, because it's going to be so fruitful for you. Once you realize your worth, once you realize how amazing you are and how much things that already are in your life worth celebrating, then your life is going to shift so drastically. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's not actually like a drastic shift as far as like what you can see around you, but it's a drastic shift within you that is going to open your eyes up to all the like wonderful things that are already available for you. There's victory. It's time to crown yourself. And the universe wants to help you to do this. The universe wants you to accept all the love, and remember where you come from, because you come from love. You are love. your higher self wants to be your guide, wants to be that star in the night sky that helps you navigate through life's challenges. But yeah, there's so many great things waiting for you when you're ready to accept it, when you're ready to accept that you are wonderful, that you are worthy, and that life is here, like life is working out for you, and the things that are happening for you, not to you. And if you're looking for someone, if you're waiting for love, or if you're, I feel like a lot of you, the energy I get from this pile is not really waiting. And pile number 2, we were talking about a lot of the waiting energy. I don't really feel like that is the energy I get from this pile. But when you're ready to open up, then there is a person out there for you that is going to be very stable and is going to love you very deeply. I think for a lot of you, there's already, this person is already in your life. And if you are in a relationship already, and it's a positive, good relationship for you, then this person and you are going to be so stable together. And you are going to be able to celebrate your love in whatever way, that is for you, if that's through marriage or just you guys enjoying one another. And yeah, just enjoying life on this planet. If that's, maybe you always dreamed about traveling or seeing the world or working on a hobby, whatever it is, your deep, your inner child is longing to do, something maybe from your childhood that you always wanted, but you never really believed it was possible for you. I'm here to tell you that it's most definitely possible, and I feel like it's already there for you. All you have to do is open up and believe that you are worthy. So yeah, pile number 3, this is what I had for you. And I've been saying in all the other piles too, that if you're struggling with a lot of things, your self-image, things about yourself that are hard to navigate, then don't hesitate to reach out to a professional or someone that you trust, that can sort of help you through that journey, especially if you're struggling with self-image or self-harm of any kind. Then definitely I encourage you to do that, because we're not supposed to be on this journey that is life on our own. So I'm sending you so much love and all the best. Know that you're worthy. Know that you're wonderful. I love you. The universe loves you. And you came here for a reason. Until next time, I'm moving on to pile number 4. Okay, pile number 4. If you chose this card, then this is going to be your reading. And today we're asking, how is your love life going to unfold? And right away, I see that this card is number 33. Pile number 3 had the card number 32. So we see a sequence there. So I feel like some of you might have actually come from pile number 3. And if that's the case, welcome to your second reading of the day. But if not, we're here to see what the universe has to tell you today about your love life and your relationships. Kind of where you're at and where you're heading, how things are going to unfold. Okay, so for you, pile number 4, I feel like we're going to draw some oracle cards from angels and ancestors today. It's a very beautiful deck. Okay, and just see what the universe wants you to know right now about your love life. And I actually feel 3 cards, so let's see. Okay. Oh, and a 4th fell down, so I guess 4 it is. Okay. And yeah, I should address this card too, because I saw it now. What it actually says is, it says message of warning. And just like I said in the beginning of this reading, tarot is never supposed to scare you. Like if you find yourself listening to a tarot reader that's talking about sort of like gloom and doom and a lot of like negativity and a lot of just negative things that doesn't like feel good, and then that is, you know, your little nudge to you know, step out of there and not engage in that, because tarot is supposed to be uplifting, it's supposed to be guiding, it's supposed to be encouraging, and that doesn't mean that it never talks about difficult things, but it does that in a way of helping you navigate through that. And my tarot readings will never talk about something that you don't already know. And sometimes, you know, those things can be kind of like deep down within ourselves, because like some things we might actually not want to look at because, you know, for whatever reason, but because it's hard to look at, because we are sort of in denial, or yeah, whatever the reasons can be. But the messages that comes up, like the way to know if it's right for you is that you somehow deep within your soul knows that this is true for you. It's, you know, it resonates on another level. And there might be things that you need to look at that would be helpful for you to move forward. So yeah, not saying that anything like negative is going to show up in this pile, but it says a message of warning. So maybe the universe wants you to take a look at something in your life currently that is going to be helpful in order for you to move forward in a positive way, and just being your most authentic or radiant self. So let's see what else we have here. We have Air Guardian. Shift your perception. Okay. I feel like this actually has to do something with your thoughts. To be mindful of what you're thinking. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, we have Great Teacher. Learn from spiritual experience. Such a beautiful card. Yeah, so definitely, yeah, there's a little bit of like heaviness over here. I feel like with your thoughts, because our thoughts, you know, they, what do I want to say? Our thoughts create our reality. So if you find yourself constantly thinking negative thoughts, then that's most likely what you're actually going to see in your life too. So I feel like the universe wants you to shift your thoughts from more of like the negative kind of like beating down on yourself, or thinking that a lot of negative things are going to happen, or like things will never change for me. Sort of that, you know, when we find ourselves in a sort of like a downward spiral, when we feel like, yeah, there's just a lot of negativity around us and within us, and we have a hard time maybe breaking that cycle. The universe wants you to change or shift your perception towards love, towards light, towards like the positivity, because that will help you manifest and shift your life into what you want it to be. And not saying that is always easy, but you know, the universe is here wanting to support you in doing that. And we're gonna see what else, you know, what kind of guidance we can get today on like this shift that needs to happen in your life, like how you can go from here, this sort of little more negative oriented like thought patterns, towards something that's uplifting and that is going to change your life for the better. We have be graceful in movement and action, and shed old skin. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of the thoughts that you might struggle with has to do with your past. Might have to do with what other people told you. It might have to do what, about things you did in the past that you regret maybe, or you might be beating yourself up a lot about what happened in the past, happened or didn't happen. And somehow the universe is really stressing the importance of being able to differentiate, like to know the difference between thoughts that are like your current thoughts, and also like thoughts that you just sort of think automatically because like you're so used to it, but it's actually not really relevant or like a part of your current situation, is what I feel. And the universe wants you to move closer to this peace, this like just harmony that I pick up on from this card. So we definitely need more cards to get a sense of what is actually happening here with you, pile number 4, because this is, after all, love reading, where we're asking about your love life, and this is definitely related to that, but I do want to pull more cards in order to better understand what it is that you're going through, pile number 4. Okay. Hanged Man. Yeah, perspective. Perception, perspective. So there's definitely a shift that needs to happen. And I feel like it is going to happen no matter what, is what I hear. Like there's just something that needs to be revealed and brought up to the surface. And the Hanged Man, whoops, he fell down. And the Hanged Man is number 11, which is the number of mastery, master number. And we have what looks like Jesus to me here, who was also a master. So something about like mastering your thoughts, your thought patterns, changing your perspective. Okay. We have 9 of Cups and 7 of Cups. So choices, understanding that you do have a choice, what you choose to focus on, what sort of like side of yourself that you choose to nurture and put energy into. And whatever it is that you're putting energy into is what is going to expand, what you're going to get more of. So definitely, choosing wisely. And I do get this energy of some sort of like there's some sort of resentment here. That needs to be looked at and needs so we ask for guidance for pile number 4. Like, what is it that they're currently struggling with? What sort of thoughts, what sort of situation, and why is there a resentment towards this? Could be a resentment towards this reading, maybe. What's the information that is coming up here. Definitely feel for you, pile number 4. That we're supposed to do a little bit of a clearing before we move on, because I do feel like there's just something in the way here, and in order for us to be able to move forward and see like how we can change this and turn this around. I feel like we need to do a little bit of a clearing of energy. So if you're open to it, then just accept and embrace, as we ask the universe to shift this energy in pile number 4, whatever it is that they are currently struggling with, whatever happened in the past that is sort of blocking them from moving forward into a more aligned, a more peaceful, a more loving situation. Like, we ask you to break any old patterns, any old cords, anyone in the past that they're currently still attached to that's not for the highest and best good. We ask that you cut those cords and release pile number 4 so that they're able to move forward in a more positive and loving way. Okay. So, okay. And right after that, we had justice coming up. So there is a shift happening for you. And what I hear is that the universe is working on your behalf. Because I feel like a lot of the energy I picked up on in the beginning felt like so very heavy. But I felt like, the resentment, it didn't really make sense to me. It didn't feel aligned. And I feel like a lot of the things that you are carrying, like a lot of the thoughts or like the heavy things, like the heavy energy that you might feel around you and that I'm picking up of, is not yours. Like, it has to do with something in the past that you have sort of taken on, like consciously or unconsciously, but it's holding you back from, being this master of your thoughts, of your reality, from moving forward and actually like experience life with all the like the goodness and everything that comes with that. And once this is being cleared, and I think it's being done with, like we did with some energy clearing, energy cleansing, but also through you taking charge of your mind again and saying like, this old energy does not feel good. Like, this is not me. When you realize that this is not you, that this is something from someone else, something from the past, then you can sort of let this go. Like, I even want to move these cards because I feel like this is not you. Let's move it out of the way. And then you're able to move forward in a totally different way. And I already feel like the energy is clearing up here. The universe is working on your behalf to clear this energy, to remove these obstacles from your life, because it is not you. It has nothing to do with you. It is sort of just being put upon you. Okay. So now that we've done that, now that we are sort of on the other side of this, looking ahead, what do the universe want pile number 4 to know about? Like, how is their life and how is their love life unfolding now that this is clearing from pile number 4's life? Okay. Calm. This one says, a new sense of calm, a new sense of peace is entering your life. We have number 7 here. Could be of significance for you. It says karmic relationship, and this one came out in reverse, so I want to keep it that way. If you have found yourself struggling in relationships, then this, I feel like, has to do with this energy that has sort of been around you that hasn't been your energy. So expect that to change now. When you do this inner work, when you look at your life from a different perspective, when you say no thank you to those things that don't feel good in your life, when you say no thank you to those people and that like influence in your life that is not serving your highest and best good, then you turn this around. You start to feel calm. You start to feel peaceful. You start to feel connected again, like to yourself, to the earth. You feel more grounded. And through this, you can step into who you really are, who you truly are. And this person has sort of, this is reminds me of like the aura. And we have the master here. We have Jesus, who's also in his absolute divine power and truest self. So I think that this is what awaits you. And once you step into this real you, this true you, where you feel good, where you feel like you can breathe again. That's sort of what I feel in this reading. It felt so heavy and like yucky in the beginning, but now I feel like I can breathe. And when you step into this, when you find yourself inside yourself again, because I feel like it's almost like you wanted to escape yourself, like you wanted to, there's just like a resentment. You didn't really maybe feel like yourself even. But once you come back to yourself, these karmic relationships that you have found yourself in are going to not be there anymore. Like you're entering into something new. And what is it that pile number 4 is entering into? We have free message. So I feel like it's the universe is saying whatever it is you want it to be. And I get chills, and I almost feel like I feel emotional from saying this, because I feel like for a lot of you, like guys, you felt so stuck in life, like you felt so stuck in what hasn't been yours, like what people have put upon you, like you haven't felt free to explore life, to create life as you want it. But like the universe wants you to know that the next phase of your life is going to be whatever you want it to be. Like anything is possible for you when it comes to what you want to do in life, when it comes to like what relationships you want to have in your life. Like you're the master, you're able to create all of this for yourself. Like you're free now. You're free to do whatever it is that you feel called to do. And you okay, wow, you're free to be you. Finally, you're free to be and do what you came here to do. Beautiful. So with this pile, I feel like it's very open. Like I just feel like I can breathe again. And if you're in a relationship already and you feel like that is actually good for you, you're going to like realize that now, when this like old energy has lifted, you can finally see the person in front of you for who they are. But if you're in a relationship and you can now clearly see this person in front of you, and it's not what you want it to be, it doesn't align with this new you, with this calm, like this person does not make you feel good, then there will be an opportunity for you to choose yourself and to step away from what no longer serves you. And that is going to open up the door for someone else or something else to step into your life. And I feel like, I really almost like want to draw more cards, because I'm like so excited for you, and I'm like so curious to see what's waiting for you. But I feel like the universe is sort of stopping me there. I don't feel at this point that we're supposed to dive deeper, because this is going to be so like personalized for you. And whatever it is you're dreaming of is going to be unique to you. And at this point, we're not supposed to really dive into that, because I feel like you're supposed to, figure that out for yourself and tap into that. So I loved your reading, pile number 4. Like, and when we started, I was like, I have no idea where this is going, but like I feel so peaceful. Like this is such a beautiful energy. You're such a beautiful soul. Like you see both these cards, this sort of, like I said here, there's this aura. There's just something about you that's just so unique and so brilliant. And now that this thing is cleared from your life, you're going to be able to shine your light and just be your truest, most authentic, brilliant self. Oh, and the light went out there, so I guess this is my cue to stop talking. The universe is like, yeah, whatever, stop it, girl. Okay, so beautiful. I'm just so excited for you. And if you enjoy this reading, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I will be posting more readings like this, where we might be able to, and allowed to take a peek more into what's lying ahead of you. And if you feel called to, then maybe you want to tell a little bit about your story in the comment section, or how this resonated with you. And yeah, I really hope to see you, pile number 4, in our next reading. Take care. Bye bye.